for accepting my invitation for this short interview for my broadcast Tourism Adventure with Svetla, and which is will be seen on Business and Lifestyle TV online only.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much for the invitation.
The pleasure is mine because I'm very happy when you have a possibility to speak with people, with professionals in tourism area, especially like you are. So is it possible to tell something about you, because to inform our people who watch who you are?
Okay. Once again, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very happy to directly speak to Sofia. I miss Sofia. I miss my friends in Sofia. I've been many times there, and I miss big events like Webit. I miss Oboriste Street and all the fun that I have there. I used to be for 9 years the deputy mayor for tourism in Thessaloniki up to August 2019. So I had the chance through that role to visit Sofia many times. And now, since September 2019, I have created my own consulting company on tourism. I'm working now as a consultant for other municipalities in Greece. I work with the city of Ioannina, for example, the city of Kastoria. I'm doing a project for the region of Central Macedonia here in Greece. So I'm working on different levels, working with municipalities, with regions, and with private people. I'm also teaching destination management at the American College in Thessaloniki.
How you succeeded to do all these things?
It takes time, but it is fun, and actually now we cannot travel so much, so I'm here in Greece, and I have the chance to move around in Greece, of course, and I have enough time to offer these advices and to do that job with much pleasure, actually, although we are in a time of crisis.
Like ex-mayor of Thessaloniki, you have a lot of habits and organizational skills to use also.
I did a lot of work with different organizations, yes, if that was a question. And I worked also with the European Cities Marketing Organization. And I had the chance to visit many international conferences and meetings all over the world, actually, through the role that I had and serving the city of Thessaloniki, sorry.
Okay, so what I might say that I'm very happy that there people like you interested in tourism area, trying to do so many things and to be keep on date of everything new which arrives. So congratulations for that and for not staying in one place.
Thank you.
Situation now is a little bit very difficult because influenced from this COVID situation, which tourism area is one area which suffered a lot. I wrote that the season in Greece will start from the 1st of June, and your premier did a lot of things. I mean, this contract between Israel and Greece for free traveling. What do you think is this help for tourism and season, especially in Greece? And do you think that a lot of people of Israel will come to you, and Thessaloniki also, and in Greece?
Yes, indeed, we are experiencing very difficult times right now. But as you may remember, Thessaloniki and Greece in general, the country opened up and opened the frontiers during summer. And this is also the target and the goal for this year. We hope that tourism, the internal tourism in Greece, starts during the Orthodox Easter time, that is in May this year. And then in June, we will be in a position to welcome also tourists from abroad. Of course, the vaccine period is still on, and we don't know the pace, how it's going to be in different countries. And that will influence also the inflow of tourists to Greece. Yeah. That's why the government and the Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism, Mr. Haris, they tried from the very beginning to sign bilateral agreements with different countries with whom we believe we can have a good exchange, and countries who are forward and running in a very good rhythm with the vaccination. This is the case with Israel. That is why the Prime Minister visited also last week Israel in order to sign this bilateral agreement. And we hope that we will get at least the number that we had last year, that was over 700,000 Israeli people traveling to Greece. It's not only that Israelis like now Greece and they travel to Greece, is that they're already having investments here. There are many Israeli funds or businessmen investing in hotel business in Greece. So the bilateral relationships are getting stronger and stronger. Another market which is of interest is the Cyprus for us. Cyprus seems also to go well with vaccination, and they don't have too many COVID-19 cases. So we hope we can have exchange between our two countries also during summer. And the third country to which we are targeting actually is Great Britain. We hope that there the program goes also very well, and that we will be able to host British tourists, especially for the islands. Is essential for the massive tourism, the big numbers of tourists they are welcoming every summer on the Greek islands. It is very important that the British market, the UK market, opens for Greece. There is also almost ready an agreement with Serbia, and there is a big discussion here in Thessaloniki, so that we don't experience the not so friendly situation we had last year with our neighbors in the Balkans and in Southeastern Europe. For us, Thessaloniki, for Northern Greece, it is very important that the borders remain open, and that our friends and guests from Bulgaria, from Romania, from Serbia, from North Macedonia, from Albania, it's also very important for Ioannina, that they can drive down to Thessaloniki and to the region and come and enjoy the sea and the sun this summer. This is something that all local leaders here and the people who are responsible for tourism are pushing the central government to take care of.
Okay. And what do you think about Bulgarians? Because last year, I think all my friends and colleagues went to Greece everywhere. Do you think that such kind of corridor which make with Israel will be a good idea, or this is which is happened naturally? It's not necessary this to be done.
Actually, I wish that these corridors were actually established long time ago, because the traffic is very easy. You know, we have the new highways now, we have the new European highways, we can connect very easily. And also many Greeks and many friends of mine would love to go during winter to Bansko and to other places. That there was an advertising 1 month ago, running for 1 month in national television at Sky Channel, about Bulgaria and Bansko and all these areas.
Yes,
where
part of government advertisement, yes.
Government advertisement, yes. And unfortunately, we didn't have the chance to travel all these months and days, and we have been under lockdown, so it has been very difficult. And I think that especially Northern Greece, as I was saying, needs and wants to have Bulgarians coming down to enjoy the sea and the sun. So there must be somehow an agreement. There must be negotiations between Bulgaria and Greece in order to open that corridor and not to have the difficulties we had last year. I know that it was very difficult to trespass the border and to come through for many Bulgarians, and the Greek government should actually take care this year that these events do not happen again, they don't repeat as we had that bad situation last year. And especially for North Greece and for Chalkidiki, it's very important that people from Bulgaria have the chance and take the opportunity to come down to Northern Greece.
So our two government has the task to do this year.
Yes, it would be nice. Also, our government has something to do for that cause, and they should start negotiating with Bulgaria. I know that sometimes, because they are far away in Athens, they don't think so much of our northern frontier here. But actually, as I said, for northern Greece, the region in general, southeastern Europe is very important, and borders have to be open this summer.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And you know that the staff and people working in tourism area are very important. Sometimes they give all the character and all the, I may say, the face, how to look like to the place. What do you think about the people who, what kind of people can be working in tourism area? And do you think that Bulgarians can come to work in Greece or on the contrary?
Yes, there should be exchanges for sure. As I told you, I have the chance to teach tourism and destination marketing to young people at the American college. And all of them have also to do a practice period or to get some experience and so on. So it would be nice to initiate that sort of exchange programs between the two countries. There is a big interest for young generation to go into tourism, and it has been a very popular industry and a very popular business the last few years in Greece. And I hope and I'm sure that it will start again, and the enthusiasm will be very high again for tourism. So it's very good if people exchange and come over and work here. And I believe that the Greek tourism industry will further expand, and further hands and minds will be needed here in Greece. There are big investments taking place. Somewhere between, let's say, Kavala and Thessaloniki, there are areas designed. And there are also Bulgarians investing. I had also meetings with people from Bulgaria who are interested to invest in Greek summer places. And that is a very good connecting link, let's say, between the two countries, so that people, not only money, but also people connect through tourism.
Yes, it's important because communication and emotions in tourism area are only in that area, as I may say, because as I said several times that extrovert people can be worked because when you have a person who is in front of you, you have to be a good person and to know how to communicate and to solve the problems sometimes. So I think that it's a very good idea, Bulgarians who go to Greece not only to relax and if they have possibility to work also.
Yes.
And I know that you love Thessaloniki the most. And how you attract the visitors to come to Thessaloniki? What is very specific for the Thessaloniki, and how you, for example, you try to attract me like a visitor and to come to Thessaloniki?
Okay, I used to say all the previous years that Thessaloniki and the area around Thessaloniki is somehow the Californian coast of the Balkans. I have traveled extensively in all countries in Southeastern Europe, and I know and I acknowledge and I like that very much, that people love coming down here. And what we were trying actually to show is the openness of the city, the friendliness of the city, that Thessaloniki has a very positive vibe. People are on the streets all day and all night, and the special vibe that this city has. I think we managed to do pretty good work the previous years because we had an increase of foreign visitors. Mm-hmm. We have managed to triple the foreign visitors the last 5-6 years in Thessaloniki, and the Bulgarians are one of the main nationalities of the visitors in Thessaloniki and in the area around Thessaloniki. We also exercised cities diplomacy. We've been in many different cities. We've been in Sofia, we've been in Plovdiv, presenting Thessaloniki and trying to arrange B2B meetings in order to organize groups coming down here. And the third method and tool that we have used is by inviting journalists, inviting bloggers to come down here to experience Thessaloniki and to write about that. And as I said, I think this has been a very successful tactic and policy the last few years. And now I'm trying to spread that good practices, methodology also to other destinations in northern Greece, like I said, Kastoria, Ioannina, Dion Olibos, Katerini. These are also places which have their own specific beauty and advantages, and it's really places that are really eager to welcome people from Southeastern Europe.
Sounds very interesting, and I know that Thessaloniki has no sea, but has so many other sightseeing things to be seen, and I'm sure that, as you mentioned, the percent increase, so I'm sure that will continue that period.
Yes, I'm so positive. I believe that we will overcome and we will prevail this pandemic, and people are really waiting to get free again and to travel.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of traffic again, and we just have to be patient for a few months. Vaccination will solve the problem, and we will meet again, also in person.
You think that everybody can travel after having this vaccination passport?
Yes, I think I'm not sure that this vaccination passport is the best idea. I mean, because the rhythm and how fast it goes is different in every country. There have to be the same protocols in all countries. That could be either taking rapid tests or taking tests a few days before traveling or something like that. I'm not sure about this passport, health passport and so on, if this is the best solution, and this is something that we can apply to everyone, and I think it's going to be very difficult. Let's think of more open ways in order to allow traveling, at least these first years after the pandemic, this year, next year, and so on. I think we don't want to make it more bureaucratic and more difficult. Of course, we have to take measures. These measures should be common, at least on European level, and countries that can come into an agreement. But actually, let's hope that things will get better on the COVID front, so that we can really travel without all these complicated procedures that we're experiencing right now.
Yes, and actually, almost each areas are changing. I mean, online business and online things to do, working from home, and this is things which a lot of people changed their work and their way of life even. And tourism is one of most reflective areas. How do you think this will reflect the tourism? I mean, of course, a lot of things are this in online area. I mean, reservations, negotiations, and a lot of things. But meeting people, working, accommodating them, it can't be done online. How do you think that this pandemic period will reflect to tourism, and what can be substitute from online services or in some hotels from locals even? And how do you think that how the future of tourism will be, I mean, in these close years? Because everything changed.
Yes, I think it's going to be different. People are going to look for other kind of services and experiences. There's going to be a shift to certain services like in accommodation, people will prefer more isolated areas, will prefer villas, will prefer to be out in the open air more and so on. The conferences, MICE tourism is really suffering right now. I hope we will go into a hybrid model. On the other hand, I'm always positive, and I'm saying that tourism is actually the industry which brings people together. So this will always be the way. And even if some of the procedures, like the booking procedures, like the advertising and promotion activities are going online, I think at the very end, people will look after connecting and coming closer to each other. So maybe these next few years are going to be slow, are going to be, people are going to be hesitant, but I think that, as I said in the beginning, we will overcome, and at the end, we will start again, and we will meet again somehow, and tourism will get again a new dynamic. People and the industry may correct a few things. I mean, we were suffering from different phenomena like over-tourism in different areas, like not taking care of the environment, and so on. I think this is a good time to correct these policies and to find ways to spread the tourism flows in a better way somehow. And I think this pandemic teached us a few new ways. But although there's going to be a change, there's going to be a shift, there's going to be new policies, I think at the end we'll still be talking about tourism and about coming together, as I said.
Yes, do you think that the average sale rate will suffer and will become lower because of that situation? How do you think?
Okay, prices are competitive right now, but of course this is not the way to encourage tourism by lowering the prices too much. We have some sort of these phenomena also in Thessaloniki right now, and I know that there is a big discussion from the hotel owners who keep the hotels closed, and they are complaining how they will restart if a 5-star hotel nowadays sells for 40, 50, 60 euros per night. So this is definitely a wrong policy to become competitive through prices. Actually, people who should start thinking of new services, of making the services better, of offering more to the customer, and not of lowering the price. This is something wrong to do, especially in Thessaloniki. We have fought the last years to raise the prices, even if that sounds not so welcoming for some people who come from abroad. But this is not the case, because actually if you have higher prices for 5-star hotels, then you have enough air to breathe also for new boutique hotels, for hostels, for 2, 3-star hotels. And this is the case also in Greece. We have seen many new hotels, 2, 3 new young character hotels coming up and offering their services. And I mean, if you want an economy to roll and to grow, the worst policy that you going to apply is actually lowering the prices.
Yes, I fully agree with you because quality is also important.
Yeah.
And so it's not necessary to go very down with prices. Yes. One more question, and I leave you your minutes after that if you would like to say something. Yeah, because you have so many things to tell and to share with everybody, because you have a lot of experience in that area. And I had one conversation about vaccinated people, and some of my colleagues asked if it's I don't know, an advantage maybe to advertise the place like the staff there works vaccinated and everybody can come. Do you think that this can be used like an advertisement, or maybe not so?
I think that would be a good idea for a national policy. I was thinking that if, for example, there was also a request for certain and different groups of people who are working in the tourism industry. For example, if Greece would declare to the world that the people who are working as tourist guides are vaccinated, that would be an advantage for the tourism industry in general. People will feel more secure to come to Greece. And I think this is a good idea, that we give priority to people who are involved in tourism business, who are working for tourism, that they also get vaccinated pretty fast, so that they can offer this safety to the visitors who are coming from abroad.
Okay. And what do you think we can tell and advise the people who are now teaching the certificate for tourism, has a diploma in tourism area? What to tell to them that they choose the right place for work, and a lot of amusement area with a lot of advantages, of course, and a lot of things which will surprising every day then. What to tell to them, how to attract more?
Yeah, I have a own experience that I mentioned many times. I was studying political science in Germany, and I just finished my studies when the wall of Berlin and collapsed, and actually this bipolar world collapsed, and everything that I had learned so far I thought was over, and that I had to learn again from the beginning. But no, that was not the case. I mean, the knowledge that I had acquired through my science was helpful also for the next years and the next decades. And I tell to the people who are already involved in tourism education that actually there is a bright future for them. There's going to be continuity. Of course, they have to learn and to adapt to the new situations. New parameters are coming into the tourism industry. These should be taken into consideration, but the tourism industry will further flourish and will further grow, and people with knowledge are needed in that industry. We have experienced that in a bad way in Greece, that people coming from other sciences or coming from other businesses got involved in tourism because the trend was going up and because tourism was growing in Greece. And that caused many, many disadvantages and problems and dysfunctionalities in the tourism industry. So knowledge and expertise is needed in tourism, and young people should go out and get that knowledge.
And experience, yes. They have to have first knowledge and after that experience to work about. Okay, so I'm so happy knowing you and so happy that there are people like you working in tourism area, thinking a lot about changing into positive way. So tell something what maybe I missed to ask you or you would like to share. your minutes.
I'd like to say, since I'm working also for other cities and other areas in Greece, I want to ask people from Bulgaria to explore and to come to also and find out other locations and other places apart from Thessaloniki, Chalkidiki, Kavala, Thassos, and so on. I think that northern Greece has a big richness of destinations, of experiences, of beautiful places, and that the people should try to look up for them, to find them, and to come down and experience them because they will be very happy if they do so.
Thank you for your time and for sharing with me and all the visitors these so nice thoughts and things about tourism and tourism area. We have to be positive, and I'm sure that this period will be ended. Of course, will be changed, but will continue because people in tourism we love each other, to meet each other and to communicate. So we'll continue. Doesn't matter we vaccinated or not, but we'll continue to be in this business in this area.
Yes, and I'm looking forward coming also myself to Sofia and to Bulgaria in general.
Please feel invited whenever you have a possibility. Come to Sofia Residence Boutique Hotel, and you know already the place.
I know the place and the neighborhood. Yes, and I love it.
Okay,
thank you for having me so much.
Thank you for your time, and wish you good luck and all the best, and see you next time maybe again.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.